afternoon. My name is Lauren Solano, and I'll be your host for today's LinkedIn webinar. I've been using LinkedIn since the beginning of my college education, and I've been using it for networking opportunities. Since then, this past semester, I had a class where we learned about LinkedIn, and we were able to explore the application. So hopefully I can share some of those tips with you today. But to start, I wanted to know like some of your guys' backgrounds. So if you could comment either in like the chat section of the left side of the Hangout or to the right of the group chat if you have a LinkedIn, and then if so, for how long you've had that.
Getting interactive. I started a LinkedIn account like 2 months ago, but I really have no idea how to use it, so I don't have any really prior background. So,
okay. So it looks like most people have one, but they haven't had one for too long. So hopefully I'll be able to give you a step-by-step introduction in how to create an appealing profile. So also, if you have any questions, you can send the questions in the comments section. And then, so the purpose of today's webinar will be to show you how to create a professional and appealing LinkedIn profile. And then I'm also going to show you how you can search for a job or internship on LinkedIn. So now I'm going to screen share over to my PowerPoint. Okay, so here is my LinkedIn profile, and I've highlighted 3 areas: the photo, headline, and summary. So on LinkedIn, you should make sure you have a professional photo. Following this is the name. You should have your full name, first and last, no nicknames, and no emails either. After this is the headline. The headline is one of the first things that employers will see. So this can also be known as your brand. So this can be creative if you wish, but it can also be very traditional like I did. So I did student at Albion College, so obviously this shows to employers that I am still in college. After this is the summary. The summary can be up to 2,000 characters. So basically this is where you provide your experiences and a background about yourself. You can explain who you are, provide values, or an important aspect about your education or career. And then if you're looking for an internship or a job, you can also write that here. And then on this next page is also on the profile page where we have experience, education, and accomplishments. Within experience, they're sorted in chronological order. So whatever's most recent will be at the top. Make sure to include like specifics such as data or measurement to show value within your experience. You can post positions that are in the past, but again, just make sure they're relevant. After this is education. Again, put in relevant education. You can talk about your high school, but that's personal preference. And then following education is accomplishment. So here you can list courses, awards, organizations, but I'm gonna flip over to LinkedIn now to show you how to add a course for an example. Okay, so if I scroll down to my LinkedIn page with accomplishments, if I click on the plus tab, I'm going to add in a course. So I'm going to use the course of statistics, for example. And then you can click if you want it to be associated with your career or with your education. So I'm going to click on my education and then save. So then if you scroll down, as you can see, statistics was added. But again, for these accomplishments, make sure they're relevant to what your career you're looking for or to the career that you have now. So next, I'm going to show you how to search for a job on LinkedIn. So if you follow to the top, there's a jobs link right here. And then at the top, you can see there's the search tab. So I'm going to search for an accounting internship within the Detroit area. So now that helps to refine your search. And so what's showing now are possible internships around that area. You can also refine the search by clicking on this tab right here. And then if you click on post date, it'll now give you the most recent postings. So if you click on the summer internship, it'll give you a whole description about what this job entails. And then you can also apply on the website. So by refining your search, you can be one of the first people to apply to the job. Okay, so how do I... Okay, so now I hope that gave you some information on how to create an appealing profile and also how to search for a job. So now I'd like to open up for questions. If anyone has any questions for me, you can open up your mic or comment.
So I know you mentioned that for personal preference, you could include high school or just college.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose not to include your high school?
I chose not to because, well, I'm in college and I'm looking for a career. And just like your resume, like it's not always pertaining to something that employers really look for. So that was my reasoning. And then...
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then in the chat section, Alex said, have you seen an increase in views when you've added more information? And yes, I believe that is to be true. The more you add, the more connections and links there are to people. Does anyone have any more questions? Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining in on the LinkedIn webinar. And I hope that you've learned something new. If you have any more questions, feel free to add me on LinkedIn, Lauren Solano, and then you can ask me questions there. Thanks again.